Hi guys. Hi. Let me just, sorry, I'm just trying to put you in my my little stand there so I can see you all. I'm in my chair, I'm all ready. Hello, hope you're all okay. Sorry, I'm like a minute or so late. Sorry, let me just straighten that up. My little man, I thought he was going to go to bed. He's not asleep. He's with my husband in the other room. So I was just sorting him out. So he was settled because I thought I was going to be able to put him in bed first. And I didn't. So that's why I'm a minute or so late. So I do apologise. It is just gone 8 o'clock. I'll just wait for, excuse me, a couple of people to jump on. I hope you're okay. I hope you've all had a lovely day. Hi, Wendy. That's it. I can see a face and a friendly name that I recognise. Hi, Wendy. Right, we're just going to move. Had a little move around in here yesterday. So I need to move that done. Hi. Hello in California. I love it. What time is it there? Let me know in the comments what time of day it is and where you're listening in from. So, hi Stacey, hi Jamie, hi Patricia, hey Amelia. Okay, so it's just gone 8 o'clock at night here I'm in Essex in England, which is not too far from London. It's really warm here at the moment, which is really not like the UK normally. But I have just got back from Ibiza. I went to Ibiza with my family, which was lovely. So we've got a lovely tan. So it's been lovely that we can come home and the sun is shining from Charlotte and say, oh, I love it. I literally love this business. Little past noon here. Amazing. I literally love this business and how it connects people like all over the world. It doesn't matter where you are. If you have an internet connection, a Wi-Fi connection, you can work this business. It is as simple as that. And that is actually something. Do you know what? We're just going to put a little pin. I'm going to write pin at the top of my notes. And then I'm going to come back to something that is happening in my life right this minute that not many people know. So it's like a little secret that I'm sharing with you. It's not actually a secret, but I've not put anything on social media about it or anything yet. So it's something that is happening in our family's life. Hey Rihanna! Because of Scentsy and because of dreaming big and because of creating momentum and magic and setting goals, which is really exciting. So when Wendy messaged me yesterday and said, literally yesterday we set this up, and Wendy messaged me and said, would you come and talk to our group? We're doing this program and this is the topic I'd like you to talk on. And as soon as she said that, I was like, yes. Setting goals and vision boards and dreaming big and mindset, that is my jam. I know there are wonderful, sorry, I haven't even introduced myself. Look, I'm sorry, right. I'm going to stop and take a breath because this is how excited and passionate, hey guys, this is how excited and passionate this topic gets me. Right, but I'm just going to stop for a minute and I'm going to say hello and I'm going to introduce myself because it's rude to come into a room and not introduce yourself. So, I'm Laura Sawkins. I am a superstar director with Scentsy. I joined Scentsy in April 2017. I hit superstar director I've written these things down so I don't get the dates wrong, in May 2020. And I absolutely love this business, this industry, our company. Like, it's just wonderful. I have a wonderful group, which contains 4, including myself, 5 superstar directors. I always get that wrong and I want to get that right. Who are like some of my absolute best friends in the world. What's another little fun fact about that is that we all actually live, 5 SSDs, we all live within probably a half an hour radius of each other. So when people say that this industry is saturated and this business is saturated and you can't build a business because there is too many consultants, guess what? That doesn't exist. If 5 of us can build to SSD in a close area, we've all got team all over the country. But what I'm saying is you can build a business. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter who's around you, because you are unique and you are individual. And that is what is going to attract people into your business. So it's been an amazing journey, an amazing story. And I'm literally utterly grateful every single day. every single day. Sorry, I've just got to reach over and get something, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But I just need to put it there. If you have just joined, if you have not been with Scentsy very long, if you feel like you've lost your mojo a little bit, if you forgive me, I'm trying to think if this was this was build to director. Was this build to director? So forgive me. So this is a build to director program. It is. I remember you saying that. So if you are building a team, or you are new to Scentsy, or you want to build to director, you want to be a leader in this business, you need to know what you have your hands on right now. Right now is absolute solid gold. Gold. Literally, this business changes lives every day. This business, I'm probably going to cry tonight, just putting it out there, because that's how emotional and how passionate I get on this topic. Because of Scentsy, because of this industry, I was with another company before Scentsy. I wholeheartedly admit that, share that, and I never hide that, because I do believe that everything you go through in your life brings you where you're supposed to be. That wasn't the right company for me. I had about 18 months out and decided network marketing, direct sales wasn't for me, and then I found Scentsy. And look what happened there. So it's okay to lose your mojo a little bit sometimes. It's okay if, you know, you fall off or you fall down or whatever term you want to use. Just don't stay there. Just know that you can get back up. And that's what I want to share with you today, is that everyone has hard times. Everyone has challenges. Even literally the most positive people in the world. Look, you're wonderful, amazing Wendy, Rihanna. Even the most wonderful, positive people in the world have hard days. Of course they do. Everyone's human. You can just build strategies and build things I'm going to talk to you about tonight that help you overcome that, and that help you fight through those struggles, and help you understand that one sentence that a mentor of mine, he's not in Scentsy, he was actually in another network marketing company, and then he went on to do coaching, and I actually did an external coaching course with him. His name's James Lavelle. He's in the UK, but honestly, follow him on Instagram. He's amazing. James Lavelle Mentor is his thing. I remember one of the first sentences I ever heard from him, and it literally struck me like lightning. Life is never happening to you, it is happening for you. Let me just say that again. Life is never happening to you, it is happening for you. And what that means is, even on the crappy days, even on the days when you think it feels hard, even on the days when you don't understand why all this stuff is happening to you, you can always learn from it. You can always grow from it. Every single thing you go through in your life helps you grow as a person. Every single challenge, every single obstacle, every single hard time that you push through, you are going to get through the other side, and you are going to have grown a little bit as a person. You are going to come out the other side, even if you don't realise it at the time, a little bit stronger, with a little bit more of like a piece of your armour, with a little bit more resilience, with a little bit more changed perspective on a situation or on life, on your boundaries, and whatever it may be, okay? So I just wanted to kind of put that out there first of all, that whatever you're feeling at the moment, don't be sad about it, be thankful for it. Just like you need to be thankful for everything in your life. Be thankful I am literally thankful for all the hard times, all the challenges, all the stuff that we've been through in our life and in our business, because I should have probably mentioned that at the time. So this business has retired my husband. Christmas Eve 2 years ago, he retired from his corporate career. We are a full-time Scentsy family. Now, even saying that out loud still, to this day, blows my mind. Like, it blows my mind that because of Scentsy, my husband, who had been at his company for 17 years, and we have now had our third child. I have 3 children. They are 14, 11 and 3. And my youngest has just had an autism, not just had, about 6 months ago, has had an autism diagnosis. Because of Scentsy, my husband is now at home as well. So we can give our youngest son the time and the patience, and honestly, it makes me feel so emotional, that he needs and deserves. And we don't have the challenges of putting him into childcare. We don't have the challenges of, we just don't have any of that because of Scentsy. And I need you to understand that that is what is possible with this business. So honestly and truly, utterly grateful every single day. And it is because of setting goals, mindset, vision boards, and dreaming big. I'll come back to what I was originally going to say now. Look, I've made notes, look, and I haven't even looked at one of them yet. That's how much I can talk about this off the cuff. There are going to be leaders in this business, in your group, in other groups, on YouTube, at events, at Scentsy family reunions, at world tours, that are going to talk to you about different topics, okay? Some people are going to talk to you about systems. Some people are going to talk to you about strategies for how to sell the product. Some people will talk to you about social media. Some people will talk to you about all these other things. All those things I've just talked about, I've had to learn. Just like everybody has to learn. We're all learning every day. No one's ever done. No one's ever finished. No one's ever perfect. We're all learning every day. But this stuff, mindset, dreaming big, having goals, this is my jam. This is what I have done, probably without even realising it, my whole life. I used to dance a lot when I was younger. I then worked in the fitness industry. And without realising it, this stuff I've done pretty much since I was at college, and not even, I used to have, like, when I used to travel around with dancing, I used to have like positive quotes stuck on my wall, on little postcards when I used to travel. I literally used to travel around with a suitcase when I was dancing when I was younger. But I would have like these notebooks where I'd journaled and written notes and stuck up like positive quotes and stuck up pictures of my family wherever I was working. So all this visionary stuff that I was unintentionally just doing because it felt good and it made my heart feel good has literally moulded the person that is sitting here talking to you now. And when I joined, not even my other company, when I joined Scentsy and discovered personal development on another level, and discovered like the importance of goal setting, and actually did some proper training on goal setting and vision boards and setting goals and dreaming big, I was like, oh my God, I love all this stuff and I'm already doing it. So now I'm going to do it a bit more and I'm going to help other people to do it. So I'm actually going to come down to my notes. So when it comes to dreaming big, okay, you need to, if you want to achieve anything in your life, whatever it may be, you need to set goals. You need to have dreams. Because if you don't, yes, exactly, Kelly, it's amazing to look back. Like, only ever look back to see how far you've come, right? But if you do not set goals, if you don't know where you want to get to, how are you ever going to get there? You're literally just getting up every day, meandering through life, hoping something might happen. Guess what? That's not going to work. That's never going to happen. So, like I say, I'm not claiming to be any expert in or anything like this. However, this topic, all I can share is what has worked for me. And I'm going to show you in a minute my very, very first vision board I ever made. I actually made it before I joined Scentsy, when I was in my previous company. And this vision board was up in my old kitchen, in our old house, for 6 years. For 6 years. And I've kept it and I will always keep it. And everything on there has come true. Now, I'm not sharing that with you to go, oh my God, look at me, look what I've done. I'm sharing that to not impress you, but impress upon you. I don't know how this stuff works, but it works. And it's so important to have a vision and have a goal, because otherwise you're never going to get there. So before I show you, I want you to drop in the comments below who has ever made a vision board. If you've made a vision board, drop a yes in the comments below. And I'm literally going to grab a little sip of this lovely cup of tea that Dan made me just before. Fun fact, I bought this in Disney World when we went to SS Disney. What a trip that was. What a trip that was. Like, what about that even? I used to work at Disneyland Paris. I was a Disney princess in another life. for us all to be sitting in Disney World in the training room, like, talk about a pinch me moment. Scentsy made that happen. These are like real life dreams coming true because of Scentsy. Right, okay. So, have you ever made a vision board? Yes, yes, yes. Once in college. Not since then. Okay. Right. I'm going to show you. Oh, Wendy, I feel the same. Honestly, when you came on and trained in the inspiration station tonight, I was like, oh my God, I wish I could jump in the stream. If I'm being honest, I used to think they were a joke before I made my first one last year. Now I believe in them. Never made a vision board. Right, okay. That is going to change, Maribel. You are going to make a vision board. Right, okay. So, this is my... So, I know some people make vision boards with pictures. I didn't know that when I first did this. So, this was my first vision board. I'm going to find, after this training, I'm going to find a picture. I'm going to search on my social media and I'm going to find you the picture of when I first put this up, okay? So prove to you, that is how long it was in my old kitchen. Because I remember I ordered this on Amazon and I literally got the white pen and I wrote it all down. But yeah, words are good, pictures are good, whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. I am such a visual person, okay? So this was my first ever vision board when I joined network marketing. So it says up here, static caravan. So in I don't know what that would be in America. Maybe like a trailer, but it's like a posh trailer, I guess. So like basically a static caravan is like a mobile home by the sea. My grandparents used to have one years ago, and it was always my goal to buy one of them outright in cash for my family to be able to go and stay by the sea. We're going tomorrow. So that happened because of Scentsy. Okay, new kitchen and loft conversion. We ended up moving to a new house back to Florida with Finley. That is booked. An RV, yes, exactly like that, my love. I didn't know what the correct term was. That is booked for next year. Autism pending. We're going to decide whether to put a pin in that. And superstar director. Okay, so this one obviously came on board when I joined Scentsy because the terms were different, but it was my old title in my old company before. And then I write down daily goals. Find happiness in every day. Work hard. Be grateful. Don't worry about unimportant issues. Be present. Live in the moment. Never stop dreaming. And of course, there's a Walt Disney at the bottom. All of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. And this one on the side, be kind always. Now, that was up in my home for 6 years. So I looked at that every single day. I looked at that every day. My children looked at that every day. My husband looked at that every single day. It was up on the fridge in the side of my kitchen, because it's really, really important. Amelia, you've literally just hit the nail on the head of what I was going to say next. It is so important not only to have like these big crazy goals. It's really important to like set yourself monthly goals, daily goals, weekly goals. Things you want to achieve in the next year, things you want to achieve in the next 5 years. That is my little morning show. Just give me 1 second. Finley, do you want to come and say hi? Do you want to come and say hi on Mommy's live? No, you don't have to. Sometimes when I'm training, he does love to come on and go like, hi. So I thought I would, I thought I'd come, but it doesn't want to come in. Anyway, right, okay, so it's so important to see these things, and 100% yes, it's really important to have, see, I feel like, apologies if I've gone off on a bit of a tangent, but it just gets me all over excited. So it's really important to have those crazy big goals, but I'm going to talk to you in a minute about setting yourself daily goals as well. So when you set these big crazy goals, I want you to dream bigger with your Scentsy business than you can ever imagine. When you say your goals to somebody, right, your massive goals that you want to achieve with Scentsy, I want them to laugh at you. I want them to be like, you are absolutely bonkers. Yeah, I am, because guess what? You only get one life. You get one shot on this planet. You are not coming back. You are not coming back again. This is not a dress rehearsal. You get one shot on this life. And I'm not gonna, well, do you know what? I am gonna just say it. People, like, there are people in this world, people that are no longer with us in this world. There are people who, horrible things happening in this world every day, and people would literally give their like bottom dollar to have what you have. Every single day you wake up is an absolute blessing, and you do not get this life again. You are only here once. So why are you not dreaming bigger than you've ever imagined? Why are you limiting yourself? Why are you stopping yourself and telling yourself, I can't do that, I'm never going to achieve that, I'm never going to like retire, like leave my job or retire my husband or buy that car or buy that house or whatever it may be. And just remember, it's not always about the crazy big goals. If that's what you want, like amazing, absolutely incredible. I knew for me, very, very early on, like I wanted all those things, but very early on, it was the freedom for me, and it was the time freedom. And now that that's happened, honestly and truly, material things only go so far. Like, it's amazing that I've bought a car that I absolutely love. Like, I put up a status 8 years ago. Oh God, I feel like I'm not bursting when I share these things, but I'm just being honest and true with you. Like, I put up a status on Facebook 8 years ago that I wanted to buy a Range Rover. I bought a Range Rover and I absolutely love it. I adore it. I've got a personalised plate. Like, people always like joke, you're literally like a Disney princess in a mafia car. And it is, and I love it, and I love my car. But do you know what? My mum has got multiple sclerosis and can't walk. She's in a wheelchair full time, and she's losing the use of her right hand, and she's deteriorating pretty quickly. If somebody came to me tomorrow and said, do you know what, you give that car back, you give all the material stuff back, and your mum can walk again, in a heartbeat, like wouldn't even question it. It wouldn't even be a thing. So what I'm saying is, it's okay. It doesn't make you materialistic to want nice things in life. But as long as you remember in here, like what is important and what matters. And talking about my mum, now I know where my strength comes from. Now I know where my perspective comes from. Now I know where like digging deep and remembering what is important comes from. It's from all them things we talked about at the beginning, all the things that you go through in your life. I witnessed growing up this wonderful woman that like literally had every single reason to moan and never did. Was just grateful, that is still grateful every single day that she's here to see her grandchildren. And that is how deep you need to go with your life and your business. You need to be utterly grateful every single day that you get up and treat this business as a blessing and go, do you know what an opportunity, I'm going to take it with both hands, and I am going to share this blessing with the world, and I'm going to go all in, and I'm going to book all the parties and do all the things and share all the things, because why the hell would you not? You are only here once. One life, guys, one life. That is all you are going to get. Do you want to get to the end of your life and look back and think, what would have happened if I tried a little bit harder with my Scentsy business? What would have happened if I'd set some goals and dreamed bigger than I've ever imagined? What would have happened if I stopped worrying about what other people thought about me? Because guess what? Other people don't pay your bills. They don't take your family on holiday. They don't do all the things, all your goals and dreams that are locked deep inside your heart. No one can take them away from you. They're yours, and nobody gets to dictate what you do with your life but you. Okay, right. I feel like I've gone off on a bit of a tangent. So, what I've written here is, if you don't believe in what you want to achieve, how is anybody else? So the first thing I want to say to you is, when you're setting these goals, I need you to 100% wholeheartedly believe that you can do it. What is that Henry Ford quote? Whether you think you can or you think you can, you're right. You need to 100% believe that you can do this. Because if you don't believe, no one else is ever going to believe it. No one else is ever going to authentically fall in love with your passion and think, do you know what? I want a piece of what she's involved in, because my goodness me, that seems amazing. If you don't believe, how is anybody else ever going to believe in it? Okay, so, right, I've talked about my vision board. Right, what I need to say to you is, making vision boards, utterly important. Putting visions up, putting things in front of your face every single day that you can see that are going to keep you on track and in your focus. So I have up here on my wall, I'll turn it around and show you in a minute. Hang on, in fact, let me show you around. So I have up on my office, so gratitude helps us to see what is there instead of what isn't. This, ultra important in your business. The circle of control. All you can ever control is what you do. You can't control other people. You cannot control what other people say or do. You can't control how other people feel. You can't control their choices. You can't control a lot of things. Let me just put you back up here. you can't control a lot of things that go on around you. You can't control if that order goes missing, and you can't control if something arrives damaged, and you can't control if things sell out in 5 minutes, and you can't control loads of things. You can't control when your team is getting aggy, I don't know what the term is in America, or getting cross, or being short with you. You can't control when that person writes something on your social media post. You can't control any of it. What you can control is what you do. What you can control is how you respond to it. What you can control is your boundaries and protecting your energy. And that is what you need to do every single day. It is not going to happen overnight. Setting goals is important. Putting things in your vision is important. Making vision boards is important. But do you know what's going to actually make the stuff happen that's on them? Consistency, time, and action. And I'm just going to throw in consistency then again at the end, because it's not going to happen overnight. So many people join this business, quit when it gets a little bit tough, and then say, oh, network marketing doesn't work. No. They didn't work. There is a difference. You need to be consistent. Show me anything in this life that is worth having that happened overnight. You are not always going to be motivated. I am just going to say that again. You are not always going to be motivated. That is why you have to be disciplined. And that is where it comes to setting your daily goals. I feel like I'm jumping around, but I'm not. I am actually touching on my notes here. So every single day, and I have done this for years and years now, you're not always going to be motivated. So you have to find habits, and you have to do them enough consistently to make them habits. There's a bit of a pattern here. You have to find habits that are going to keep you consistent, because you're not always going to be motivated. So every single day when I get up, there's a few things that I do. So I always I write in a gratitude journal. I write down what I'm thankful for. I have some affirmation cards that I look at. I generally work out in the morning because it makes me a better person, and it makes me healthier, and it makes me happier. But I always write down. Sometimes I read, I always try to read, but obviously depends what time little man wakes up. But otherwise I'll read once he's eaten his breakfast. Anyway, but one thing I always write down is I always write a list for the day. So I've got a little list book. Where is it? I can literally show you it. Is it gone? Oh my god. Oh, it's here. So, and this is the book I'm reading at the moment. I know we're not talking about that, but really recommend this book, High Performance Habits by Brendan Burchard. So I have this list book, and I literally write in it, I can't think of it here. So I literally write in it every single day. Tasks that I want to get done in my business and my life. I do have my Scentsy planner as well, but I use that a little bit differently. But this is for tasks that I want to get done in my business and in my life. And then what I do is I pull from there 3 non-negotiables that absolutely 100% have to get done that day. Because there's always going to be a massive long list of stuff you need to get done in your life. Always. That list is never, ever ending. It's never going to end. Because once you tick off one thing, hey lovely, once you tick off one thing, you're going to add something else on the end. So at the beginning of the day, set yourself 3 non-negotiables for your business every single day. And when you go to bed at night, tick them off. And if you have done 3 needle moving actions for your business, I guess you can say. I don't mean fluff. I mean things that are actually going to move your business forward. And you do them every single day. That's consistency. That is going to keep you consistent in your business. And I'm just saying, if I don't write things down, nothing's happening. It's just the way I function. So you need to be consistent. You're not always going to be motivated. So, right. Finding your why. You need to think about, I'm going to talk about your why. I'm going to talk about gratitude. And I'm going to set you a little task. Where have I written that down? Okay, yeah, no, I've got it. Right, okay, so you need to think about, I'm such a pen and paper girl, Wendy. Like, I do obviously use my phone and my computer, but I'm such a pen and paper girl. Okay, so I've said that you're not always going to be motivated. You need to think about why you joined Scentsy, why you're doing it, why, because when it gets hard and the days that you know you get a little bit you lost your mojo and you can't be bothered and you think, oh, I'm not going to carry on. You need to remember why you started, and you need to dig deep into your why. You need to dig deep into why you started your Scentsy business and why you are doing your Scentsy business. This is a discipline that is going to really, really help you to remember and to keep you consistent in your business. So goals keep you on track. Oh, that's what I was going to read out. Goals, and your goals are going to be there to keep you on track. So I want you to think about this now, or when we finish this live, I'll watch this back, I'll get a piece of paper or whatever. For example, somebody might say, why did you join Scentsy? Because I want to earn a bit more money. Why? Because I want to take my children out on a day out. Why? Because I want to spend more time with them. Why? Because I feel like I'm missing out because, you know, when I'm at work, I'm not spending time with them. Why? Because I hate my job. Why do you hate your job? And, you know, and you see where I'm going here. Why? Because my boss doesn't treat me with the respect that I deserve. Why? Because I don't earn enough money for the job that I do. Why? Because I spend all this time away from my family. You need to dig really, really deep as to why you joined Scentsy. Why you joined Scentsy isn't necessarily just because I want to earn more money. It's not. There's a reason you want to earn more money. There's a reason that you want to do that. There's a reason that you want more time. You need to dig deep into why you are doing this, and you need to write that down somewhere where you can see it every day. So then on the days where you lose your mojo a little bit, or you can't be bothered, or there's something more important on telly that you want to watch, or you just think, oh, do you know what? You need to go there. That's how deep you need to go as to why you are doing this business. And I literally remember in lockdown, I had been for a run and I stopped mid-run because I generally say I'm doing like a 6K, I'll go to 3K and I'll stop and turn around and come back because then I know I've done enough. I literally remember down near the river near where we live and stopping and going live to the team because I just had this like amazing moment from the music that I was listening to. And I said this to them. If I said to you, and I'll ask you this question now. If I said to you, I work out and I exercise and I drink my water so I am able to take my children to Florida, would that make sense to you? Let me know in the comments. If it doesn't, it's totally fine. But if I said to you, I work out and I look after my physical and mental health and I drink water so I can take my kids to Florida, would that make sense to you? No. This is really interesting when I asked this to my team as well. Yes, that would make sense. Okay, so let me elaborate. So what I mean by that is when I work out and when I look after myself and when I drink my water and when I am consistent in looking after myself, okay, it brings, and when I don't do those things and when I am lazy with those things, which doesn't happen often now because I do know the importance of it, it is all intertwined. Your life is all intertwined. I do these things because it makes me a better human being. I do these things because it makes me a better business owner. I do these things because it makes me a better leader. So when I work out and I exercise and I drink my water, I don't get brain fog. It brings clarity. It makes me feel better. It helps my mental health. It helps me be more productive. Therefore, it helps me be more consistent. Therefore, it means I'm going to be better with my team. Therefore, I am going to be more productive in my business. Therefore, I am going to earn more income. Therefore, it is going to enable me to take my children to Florida. So it is so much deeper than I just want to earn a bit more money. You need to go deep with your why, and you need to find something, whether that's, I don't know, whatever it may be, putting it on your screensaver on your phone, sticking it up and remembering why. You need to remember why you joined your business, why you joined Scentsy, and why you're doing it every day. Because honestly and truly, so many people, you're right, Ren, so many people don't get that. So many people don't, Wendy, exactly that, like literally 100%. I work out, and I know that we connect on this, like I work out because it helps me be a better human being. It helps me deal with what's going on with Finley. It helps me remember that circle of control. It helps me, basically this is what our bodies are designed to do. This is what our bodies function better when we do that. So many people think self-care is selfish. Actually, not looking after yourself is selfish. If you want to be the best version of you for the people that you love in your life and your team and your business, it starts with you. If you fall apart, everything else falls apart around you. So self-care is not selfish. It is utterly, utterly necessary. And that is how deep you need to dig with your why. Okay. So, okay, so if you cannot be grateful, right? I'm going to talk to you about gratitude in a minute because I've actually got the magic there, which I'm going to. I grew up thinking self-care was super selfish. Okay, so that is, and this is another thing. Like we totally. So first of all, sending you a hug. We totally, as we become adults, are conditioned, and we all have things going on in our life that we are. What's the right term? We have thoughts from, and we think things have to be a certain way, and you totally can reverse that, because there's so many things. Like I had a wonderful childhood, but I 100% know that there are ways that I would deal with things and thoughts that I had about certain things as I've become an adult, that since I've joined Scentsy and since I've started working on personal development, I have completely changed my mindset to them. So you can absolutely 100% turn that around, my love. So you need to listen to your inner voice. You need to make self-care a priority. Like, prioritize that in your life, and I promise you everything else will start falling into place. You need to, and I'm talking about the books you read, the trainings you listen to, the people you surround yourself with, who you let into your life, the boundaries that you set. Your energy is literally everything. Energy is everything. And you are in control of who you let in to your energy source, and who you need to set those boundaries. And I fully understand that there may be people in your life that are more difficult to remove your time from, but just limit your time and make sure the people that you are surrounding yourself with are positive and uplifting. Think about how you feel when you've spent some time with somebody. If you're not feeling uplifted, positive, maybe limit the amount of time that you spend with them. Okay, so you need to listen to your soul. It is throughout my entire life, okay? Throughout my entire life, when I look back, every decision that I've made that may seem bonkers to other people, you need to listen to your gut. Like that is your inner guide. Your gut is like your intuition. It knows more than you will ever realize. And Vex King, or what's the guy, the monk guy, Jay Shetty. Jay Shetty, if you haven't listened to, listen to his podcast. So there's a podcast by a guy called Stephen Bartlett, and it's called Diary of a CEO. And he had Jay Shetty on there. He was interviewing him, and I was listening to this last summer again, and I was out walking our dog before we lost him, bless him, and I stopped mid listening to my podcast and went live to my team, because I was like, oh my god, I need to talk to you about this right now. He said every amazing thing that's happened in his life has happened at a point where everyone around him told him he was crazy. Everyone around him told him it was the worst thing he could ever do. Everyone around him told him he was bonkers. Like he'd only had a job for so long, and then he took a job in America, or whatever it may be. But if you feel like it is the right thing to do, and you have got that gut feeling that life is short and you only live once, just flipping go for it. Don't listen to the opinions of other people. And honestly and truly, when he said that, I was like, that is literally my brain, my life. I've got a really croaky voice today, I don't know why. When I was 18 and I told my parents that I was taking this dancing job that was at the other side of the country in this hotel, and my dad told me, no, you're not. And I was like, here I am. And off I went. When I moved in with Dan after 3 months, and everybody said, you're mental, you literally only known him 3 months. And I was like, it's fine, we're only renting. 17 years later, here we are. We've built a business and a life, 3 children and a dog that's no longer with us, love him. And look how that turned out. But it might not have happened. It might not have turned out. But if you never try, you'll never know. You need to just go for it in your business, guys. Honestly, you need to dream bigger than you've ever imagined. And just go for it. If it doesn't work out, at least you can say you tried. Whatever that may be. Stop not going live, or asking that person for that party, or, incentive trip. let's mention the incentive trip while we're here, right? We're right at the beginning of an incentive period. I've earned every single incentive trip since I've been with Scentsy. Let me tell you, once you have been on a Scentsy incentive trip, you're never missing one of them bad boys ever again. You are literally treated like royalty. When you look, right, I'm going to ask you in the comments now, how many people have looked at that, how many people, I bet even haven't even looked at it, how many people have looked at that criteria on the workstation and have looked at it and thought, I'm never going to earn that? Let me know in the comments below. How many people, and be honest, have looked at that thing on the tracker on your workstation and thought, I'm never going to earn that. That's only for superstar directors. That's only for people that have been in the business a long time. Let me know in the comments below. Scariest thing ever. Oh, amazing. Amazing. Right, well, I'm just here to share with you now. If you don't believe that you're going to earn that incentive trip, you're not going on that incentive trip. You need to believe that you can do it. I will never say that any incentive trip is easy, but honestly, in the 5 years that I've been here, and I'm sure Wendy will agree in all the years she's been here, this is a pretty achievable incentive trip. These are the lowest points I've ever seen. So honestly and truly, you can go. I looked at it and I said, yikes, I don't know how. Yes, you are going there. I'm going there. I'll see you there. Maybe not the same one. I don't know. But who knows? But you are going on the incentive trip. The first thing you need to do before anything else is decide that you're going. Decide that you are going, okay? And this is another thing. I will never say it is easier for anybody to earn a trip because it's not. But just think about it this way. If you are lower down in the ranks, not lower down, that sounds terrible. I don't mean that like it sounds. What I mean is, if you have just joined and you are an essential consultant or a certified consultant, hourly consultant, you know what I mean. You still have promotions ahead of you. You get a whole chunk of points for promotions. Guess what? When you're a superstar director, no more promotions to earn. So, if you are like more fresh in your Scentsy journey, oh my God, just go for it, because look at all them promotions you've got ahead of you. Look at all them points that are on the table. We need to work not twice as hard, but you know what I mean. You totally get what I'm saying. I would never say it's easier for anybody. It's not easier for anybody. But also just putting out there, 2 incentives I hit, no, actually all 3. Director, Star Director and Superstar Director I earned out of an incentive period, and I still earn the incentives. Again, guys, I'm not sharing that to boast and go like, oh my God, look at what I've done. I'm just saying it is utterly possible. Don't just work your business because there's an incentive to earn, but always work your business like there's an incentive to earn. Those incentives, they don't just pick these numbers out of the sky. They're clever with these incentive points. If you earn an incentive, you have had huge growth in your business, and that is put in place for a reason to help you grow. So don't just do it because there's a trip there. Work your business all the time like there's an incentive trip. Okay, the last thing I'm going to talk to you about is gratitude. I'm going to go on this incentive trip, just putting it out there. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Okay, the last thing I'm going to talk about is gratitude. I've talked about that a bit. Right, okay. I hope this made sense. I hope this has had some value. I hope this has helped. But I want to talk to you about gratitude. And I've always kind of said like, oh, I'm a grateful person. I'm grateful. But it wasn't until a few years ago that I read a book that I'm sure a lot of you have read. Some of you might not have read. Some of you might not have heard of this book. And I literally read this book, and I have read a lot of books, as you'll see down there, in my life. But this, more than anything, literally changed my life. And I remember reading it, and I remember getting it, and I couldn't put it down. And when people say like, oh, I can't put a book down, I literally couldn't put it down. I literally was reading it, starting the kids, then when they were asleep, reading it a bit more, doing whatever I was doing, reading it a bit more. And it's this book here. If you haven't read or listened to The Magic, read it. It will change your life. Because so many people say, yeah, I'm grateful. But when you actually start practicing the art of gratitude, as in like writing, oh yeah, I'm going to tell you when then. The art of like actually writing it down or saying it out loud or putting it in the notes on your phone, wherever you want to put it. When you actually start being grateful, it will literally change your whole outlook on life and on everything. And I'm talking about, if you're sitting here now, excuse me, and think, I've got nothing to be grateful for, the fact you're sitting here now is something to be grateful for. The fact that you're sitting here now and you have got breath in your body and you have got eyes that can see and you have got legs that can work and you've got hands that can hold a pen, whatever it may be, you have things to be grateful for. The fact you woke up today is something to be grateful for. And that is how deep you need to go. And every single day I get up, and this is a non-negotiable. I do this every day, wherever I am in the world, whatever I am doing, I do this every single day. And I actually make my kids do it as well now. And Harry's, my second child, is really funny because sometimes if he's not doing it properly and he thinks he's being funny, he goes, yes, Mum, I got a roof over my head and I got food on the table. And I'm like, no, do it properly. Like, tell me what you are grateful for. Because honestly, it will change your life. And I've highlighted a paragraph in this book I want to read to you, which I felt like was like relevant to our business. And hopefully will get you thinking a little bit deeper and dreaming a little bit bigger and setting those crazy goals and, you know, massively, massively moving forward in your business. So think about this in reference to your business. Okay. If you take any activity, any art, any discipline, any skill, take it and push it as far as it will go to the wildest edges of edges, then you fall into the realms of magic. How can it be that a person who is born into poverty, starts out with nothing and has very little education, goes on to become a president or a celebrity or builds an empire or becomes one of the wealthiest people in the world? And how is it that two people can start out in the same career or the same business, and yet one person's career goes from success to even greater success, while the other person works him or herself into the ground with little or no success, no matter how hard they seem to try? The missing link to success is gratitude, because according to the law of attraction, you have to be grateful for what you have to attract success to you. So without gratitude, it's impossible to have permanent success. To bring success or increase the good things in your job or your business, like opportunities, promotions, money, brilliant ideas, inspirations and appreciation, it is essential to be grateful for what you have now. The more gratitude you have, the more you will have to be grateful for. And you should be getting the idea by now that to increase anything in your life, you have to be grateful for what you already have. When you are grateful for your job, you will automatically, or your business, when you're grateful for your business and all the challenges that it brings, remember, and when you give more to it, you will increase the money that is returned to you. If you are not grateful for what you have now, you will automatically decrease what comes back to you. When you give less, you decrease what comes back, and as a result, you will never be happy in your work. You will never give more than you have to, and your job or work or business will stagnate and eventually deteriorate, which could mean losing it altogether. Remember, for those who do not have gratitude, even when they have, it will be taken from them. The amount you give in gratitude is exactly proportional to the amount that you will receive in return. You control the amount you receive by the amount of gratitude you give. If you are a business owner, your business's value will increase or decrease according to your gratitude. The more grateful you are for your business, your customers, your team, the more your business will grow and increase. It is when business owners stop being grateful and replace gratitude with worry, their business will start to spiral downwards. Okay, how relevant is that right now? Stop worrying, stop overthinking, stop comparing, stop looking at what everybody else is doing, stop looking around you and comparing yourself to other people, and be grateful for what you have, for where you are, for where you're going. Set those goals, make a vision board. Do you know what would literally make my heart burst is if after this live or over the coming weeks, you all start to make vision boards and post them on your social media. You know, like Wendy does with the hearts. Whenever I see a heart in nature, I'm like, Wendy Newgas. If you make a vision board, or you read this book, or you stick an affirmation on your wall, or whatever it may be, tag me in on social media. I would absolutely love to see this having an impact. I'm going to share this on my YouTube as well, because I I could literally talk about this topic all day, to the point of like probably the people around me are like, oh my God, she's talking about this again. But anyway, it's true and it helps. Be grateful, set goals, make a vision board. Let me know. I hope it's helpful. Right. The last thing I'm going to share with you, the absolute blessing that Scentsy has brought into our life, and it's actually tying in with one of the things I've just said about how there's moments in your life when people are going to tell you you're crazy and people are going to tell you you're bonkers. It's not a secret because I've got a sign outside my house, but I'm going to try and put this into context so you can understand it. So in England, in England, I met Dan. I live down near London. And he was with his previous company for 17 years. And we had our children down here. So I currently live about... so my parents live in the north of the country in Yorkshire, which is about 4.5 hours away. Dan's parents actually retired up to Lincolnshire, which is about 2.5 hours away. So still north of the country. And obviously... And then his sister and her children and his brother are up there as well. So... we have a wonderful life. So we say like down south where we live, and we have a wonderful life down here. We have wonderful friends and we've built this business, and obviously Dan's now at home as well. And we are utterly grateful every single day for everything that we have. We've only been in this house for 2 years and it was brand new, and we bought it off plan, and I absolutely love this house. But we've never had like our family like close by. We've never had like popping around nanny and granddad's, or going around to nannies after school, or nan and granddad being able to come and see the children in a school play or anything like that. It's always been a long drive to go and see our family. And for nearly 15 years since Ella was born, that is fine, and that was our life, and we have made it work, and we've travelled. And obviously my mum can't really travel down here anymore because of her situation. So obviously, because of Scentsy, we now both work remotely. We have team all over the country, customers all over the country. We've only been in our house for 2 years. We absolutely do love this house. However, throw in a global pandemic to put life in perspective. About 2 months ago, we made the decision to go, do you know what? Let's move. Let's put our house on the market. Let's move further north up the country. We can get more for our money with property because we're not near London. We will be near our family. We will have that family support. And when the for sale sign went up outside our house, obviously everyone was like, oh my God, you only moved 2 years ago. Like, what are you doing? You've only been there. We've moved a couple of times previous to that as well. But for us and our life, because of Scentsy, so the latest huge blessing that Scentsy has brought into our life is that we have put our house on the market. We have sold. We found a property, which is about 2.5 hours away, further north up the country. We're going to be near the children's grandparents. The house that we have bought has got so much land. It's like in the country. We are literally surrounded by fields and nature, and Scentsy did that. Scentsy has brought the ultimate freedom that we can sell this house, which if I could pick this house up and move it, I absolutely would. But unfortunately, that's not possible. So yeah, we are absolutely, because of Scentsy, being able to move our life and our remote business that can work from anywhere, to go and live near our families, and have that family support around us, which we've never had since having our own children. And it's really special, and everyone's really, really excited about it. So that is another blessing that, we always used to say like, oh, one day, but obviously we was restricted with Dan's job, which was here, but now it's not. So anyway, it is just, family is literally everything. And yeah, that's it. And because of Scentsy, and because of this absolute blessing that we all have our hands on, and we are, thank you so much. Honestly, I can't quite believe it's happening. But it's happening because of Scentsy, guys. So you need to remember what you have your hands on. Dream bigger than you ever thought possible. Put something in front of you every single day that you can look at and that you can see, and that you can, on those tough days and on the days you don't feel motivated, you can remember why you are doing it. Write your little daily goals every single day, your 3 non-negotiables that you're gonna, move, that's gonna move your business forward every day. Write down 3 things every day that you're grateful for. And honestly, I promise you, it will start to change your business and change your life. I hope this was helpful. I have genuinely loved talking to you this evening. Like I said, I could talk on this topic all day long, all day. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, guys. Thank you for having me, and I'd love to connect on social media. Like, yeah, totally. Keep in touch. Let me know how it's going with your vision boards, with your book reading, whatever it may be. And I'm sending you all lots of love from the UK. See you later.